What's up, guys? Thank you for joining me for this movie reaction, man. Um, Today we'll be checking out the first movie in the Batman. Let me do something here first. Okay, the first movie in the Dark Knight trilogy, man. I've never seen any of these movies. The only Batman thing I've ever seen is I've only seen Batman in the Justice League movies and some animations here and there, and the animations are also Justice League animations, man. I've heard about this many times, man. People have praised this trilogy. I think it was directed by Christopher Nolan, and yeah. The only thing I know is that the Joker. I don't know if it's this first movie. I'm now about to watch Batman Begins, from 2005. The Heath Ledger Joker. I don't know if he makes an appearance. Jesus. An appearance in this movie. Of course, I've seen the little clips here and there of the Joker blowing up that hospital in the hospital gown. I don't know if that happens in this movie or one of the other two, but it doesn't matter. We're going to start with this one. Batman Begins, man. Batman Begins. Is this Christian Bale? Yeah, Christian Bale. I usually confuse his real name and the character he played on American Psycho. Sometimes I find myself calling him Patrick Bateman when his name is actually Christian Bale. I hope that's him. I think that's him, yeah. That was a crazy dream. I didn't know Batman. I don't know who Rachel is. Quite familiar with Batman's backstory, losing his parents and all that. So I'm familiar with the... Who was his dad? What was his dad's name? Bruce Wayne is Batman, yeah? I don't know. I can't remember his dad's name. I know Alfred. I don't know Rachel. I don't know if he had siblings or anything. I think he's an only child. That's what I know. But let's continue, man.
I'm going to fight you.
How the fuck did he end up in prison? This looks like a working camp or something. One of those prisons where you go to do manual labor. Curious how he ended up in this place, man.
You're not the devil. You're practice. I don't need protection. Protection for them.
The world is too small for someone like Bruce Wayne to disappear, no matter how deep he chooses to sink.
Who are you?
My name is...
Wait, so did he put himself in prison on purpose? That's crazy, man. Good to see Liam Neeson, man. Let's continue.
Ra's al Ghul, a man greatly feared by the criminal underworld.
The vigilantes.
No. The vigilante is just a man lost in the scramble for his own gratification. He can be destroyed or locked up.
Ra's al Ghul.
Yo, does Ra's al Ghul exist in comics? I know they derive their villains from comic books and the law, the Batman law. Even when they make actual movies like this. Because I know Bane, I know Joker, I know Riddler, I know I don't know. Yeah, Darkseid, Steppenwolf, those guys. I've never heard of Ra's al Ghul, man. Yeah, I've never heard of Ra's al Ghul. I don't know his backstory or how he's written and presented in the comics. Because I know comics are usually the real source of all this stuff. Movies might tweak something here and there, but comics are, I think, they're sort of the origin, even where these movies derive everything from. So let me know about Ra's al Ghul, man. Maybe I'll end up finding later on in the film. I don't know this character, man. I've never heard of him. Yeah, he looks badass though. Let's continue.
You must first master your own. Are you ready to begin?
I feel like these guys have an ulterior motive, man. They seem manipulative or something. I don't fully trust them yet, and I'm sure Batman doesn't yet. Doesn't trust him either.
Here you face death. Tiger, you are afraid. But not of me.
And why do we fall, Bruce? So we can learn to pick ourselves up. All creatures feel fear,
Even the scary ones.
especially the scary ones. You think your mother will like it?
Oh, I know that necklace, man. The tragic story involving that necklace, man.
Can we go? Please.
Let's go.
Here it comes. Here it comes, man. It's a scene that always makes me sad, man. I don't know. I don't like seeing this. Seeing this happen to his folks. Yeah.
Now just take it and go.
I said you were.
Bruce. It's okay. Don't be afraid.
They've really explored the theme of fear a lot in this first act, I guess, so far in the movie. You have his dad telling him to, him being afraid of bats. His dad telling him that even the scary things feel fear. Everyone or everything feels fear. Telling him don't be afraid as he was dying. Then you have the Ra's al Ghul guys telling him to learn to control his fear or to find out what his fear is. A lot of fear theme. The theme of fear is really, really, really heavy so far, man. So something to keep in mind, man. It's obviously their cornerstone for the story here. The issue of fear and overcoming fear.
Is this your father's?
Is that Officer Gordon, man?
It's okay.
Yeah, that's Gordon, man. I didn't know that this is how he met Gordon, man. Cause of course we know Gordon from all the Batman stories. He's the cop that that Batman seems to get along with. I didn't know this is how they met, you know. Gordon is way fucking older than him then. Gordon is way older than him. Yeah, no wonder they have that connection. They shared a moment here, man.
You'll be watching The Empire. When you grow up, it'll be waiting for you.
Ninjutsu employs explosive powders
As weapons?
or distractions. Theatricality and deception are powerful agents. You haven't beaten me. You've sacrificed sure footing for a killing stroke. Once I had a wife.
This is very interesting. So this is before he even became the Batman that we know. Batman Begins. Of course, dude. That's the title of the movie. This Batman Begins. Yeah. It seems so obvious, yet I didn't catch it.
Why, Bruce? Why could you not avenge your parents?
I give a damn, because a good man once made me responsible for what was most precious to him in the whole world.
Haven't given up on me yet.
Never.
I guess he plans on shooting the guy at the hearing, yeah?
Prison, he shared a cell with Carmine Falcone. He learned things, and he will testify in exchange for early...
That's really fucked up. That's really, really, really fucked up that they're willing to just, especially looking at it from Bruce's perspective, man. Like, the guy murdered your parents, and now he's going to testify in exchange for early parole. So the guy will be out, man. Like, they're giving up punishing the guy who murdered your parents in order to catch someone else. It must feel terrible, man.
Not a day goes by that I don't wish I could take back what I did.
I've seen this face, man. I've seen this guy before. Mr. Chill. Is he a famous Batman villain as well? Because that name sounds familiar to me. Or maybe I'm thinking of Mr. Freeze. Mr. Chill, Mr. Freeze. That caught me off guard. I'd already forgotten about the Falcone thing. That makes sense.
We all know where to find him. But as long as he keeps the bad people rich and the good people scared, no one will touch him. Good people like your parents who will stand against injustice, they're gone.
It's so interesting that I've never heard of Rachel in Batman's story. Like in Superman, I've heard Lois Lane. In one of the animations I've seen, he's had a romantic relationship with Princess Diana, but I've never heard of Rachel in the Batman story, man. Never. Or maybe that's just the movie that came up with this character, because I've never heard of Rachel in Batman's story at all, man. He seems so lost. He seems so lost, man. Like there's this whole thing that happened to his parents that he feels he needs to settle, that he feels he needs to avenge, or he's still carrying all that guilt with him. He still blames himself for them leaving the theater that night, and he doesn't have closure from that, man. And that has really prevented him from exploring his own life and his own future. He just seems so lost, because the thing that he wants to settle and he wants to take care of, it's so difficult to do. It's so difficult to do without landing yourself in jail or dead or whatever. You know? And even doing it, there's nothing he can possibly do that would bring his parents back. It's so fucking lost. This shot right here is just, he looks so lost, man. So lost.
You're taller than you look in the tabloids, Mr. Wayne. No gun. I'm insulted. I wouldn't have a second's hesitation of blowing your head off right here and right now in front of him. Now that's power you can't buy. You're Bruce Wayne, the Prince of Gotham. You'd have to go 1,000 miles to meet someone who didn't know your name. So don't come down here with your anger and you always fear. What you don't understand.
Once again, the issue of fear keeps coming up.
I learned fear before a crime and the thrill of success.
You fear your own power. You fear your anger. The drive to do great.
Dude, Liam Neeson has such an iconic voice, man.
To conquer fear, you must become fear. You must bask in the fear of other men. Embrace your worst fear.
Teaching him to become that terrifying presence that that the bad guys experience whenever they know Batman is in the area, man. You know, teaching him to be not just a bad motherfucker, but to have that aura. So that just the mention of your voice, and when people hear that you're coming, they're just terrified, man. Before you even do anything, I think that's what he's teaching him, to be the idea of fear, you know? Yeah.
You cannot leave any sign.
I haven't.
Your compassion is a weakness your enemies will not share.
That's why it's so important.
What are you doing?
It's necessary, my friend.
Yo, that's superhuman strength right there, man.
As a man, I'm flesh and blood. I can be ignored, I can be destroyed, but as a symbol, I can be incorruptible. I can be everlasting.
So he's scared of bats. Then he takes the bat symbol and the Batman, the bat image, and owns it, man. It's like finding your fear, discovering your fear, and owning that shit so it doesn't get used against you.
This is the third of Carmine Falcone's thugs you've had declared insane and moved into your asylum.
Well, the work offered by organized crime must have an attraction to the insane.
That must be an amazing feeling for him, man. To walking straight to the center or to the core of your fears, standing there and just taking a deep breath and realizing there's nothing to be scared of, man. That must be so liberating for him, standing there just with all those bats flying around him, man.
He's coming to Gotham.
Yes, he is. And when he gets here, he's not going to want to hear that you have endangered our operation just to get your thugs out of a little jail time.
So who does Crane work for? Who's the guy that's coming into town? Because I thought Falcone was the big boss here, the big villain, you know? I think there's someone bigger. I think there's someone even bigger, man.
I think after 20 years we can allow ourselves to stop thinking about what Thomas Wayne would have done.
This guy's trying to take over the business completely.
Kevlar utility harness, gas-powered magnetic grapple gun, the 350-pound test monofilament. Wonderful project your dad's made. Nomex survival suit for advanced infantry. Kevlar bi-weave, reinforced joints.
Tear-resistant.
This sucker will stop a knife.
Bulletproof.
Anything but a straight shot. Spelunking.
Yeah, you know, cave diving.
Expecting to run into much gunfire in these caves?
I can see everything all right from down here, sir. Thank you very much.
I love this because while I've heard the backstory and the thing about his parents a million times, I've never actually seen how he became Batman. This is so interesting to see how he actually, you know, pieces everything together, and how it all began from scratch, and how he, you know, he ended up being this infamous or famous superhero, man. I've never actually seen it done like this in a movie before.
Don't turn around. You're a good cop. One of the few.
What do you want?
Carmine Falcone brings in shipments of drugs every week. Nobody takes him down. Why? Have any lightweight fabrics?
Yeah, he needs to fix that that flying thing that he wants to do, because that was really clumsy what he just did, man. You know, jumping like that, and yeah, he could really injure himself, man. He needs to fine tune the gliding thing now, man.
What's that?
Yo, this dude had everything in this place, man. The suit, the mobile.
She was built as a bridging vehicle. This baby works just fine.
My bets, Master Wayne.
That's frightened me. This time my enemies shared my dread.
Stace?
I never realized how much Batman relies on fear to gain an advantage over his rivals or crooks like this. You know, come to think of it, like in every movie that I've seen, and any Batman thing that I've seen, fear has been, instilling fear into his enemies has been a major part of his whole thing, you know. They're exploring that here a lot, and I appreciate that, man, because I've never stopped to think about that whole element of fear in Batman's persona and aura.
I'm Batman. Falcone sent them to kill you.
Why?
You rattled his cage.
Who are you?
Someone like you. Someone who rattled the cages.
What the hell is that?
It uses focused microwaves to vaporize the enemy's water supply.
Dude, was the one chick sitting on the other chick?
Nice car.
Let me see.
You should see my other one.
Yeah.
Inside, I am more.
It's not who you are underneath. It's what you do that defines you.
Yeah, Dr. Crane. I can't take it anymore. It's all too much. The walls are closing in. Blah, blah, blah.
I know this guy can't believe he ended up here, man. But it's the same insanity playbook that he uses for all his other thugs when they get arrested. So obviously he'd use it for himself. But Crane can actually take this opportunity and fucking fuck with this guy heavy, man.
Would you like to see my mask? I use it in my experiments. Probably not very frightening to a guy like you.
They scream and they cry. Which is your day now?
Scarecrow? I think I know Scarecrow. That was Scarecrow. I didn't know Cillian Murphy played Scarecrow, man. Would you like to see my mask?
Where were the other drugs going?
The hell was this?
Oh my god, that's King Joffrey, bro. That's King Joffrey, man. Wow. What a pleasant surprise, man. This is awesome, man.
Oh, having trouble. Take a seat. Have a drink. You look like a man who takes himself too seriously.
The first real challenge for him, man. This should cause him to adjust a few things to ensure he doesn't get caught like that by someone like Scarecrow, man. That gas, I don't think he anticipated anything like that. He thought he'd be dealing with your run-of-the-mill goons, man, guns and all that. Yeah, he needs to make some changes, man.
Synthesized an antidote.
Could you make more?
You planning on gassing yourself again, Mr. Wayne?
I'm merging your department with archives. And I'm firing you. Did you get the memo?
That is a dick, man.
He's here. Who? The Batman.
Taste of your own medicine, Doctor. So cool is dead. Who are you working for?
Knew Ra's al Ghul would come back to haunt Bruce, man. That or the guy he saved. Because the guy he saved was, he'd already bought into Ra's al Ghul's bullshit, man. So it would make sense for him to come back. And with a grudge. Man, I knew those guys would come back, man. I had a feeling. You know. Batman looks terrifying in this, man. Look at that shit, man. That is terrifying. That black stuff that is oozing from his mouth and his eyes looks like tar. The stuff they used to make asphalt. Asphalt roads.
Hey!
Gordon is not scared, man. Gordon is like, that's my boy. Batman is my boy.
What is that?
What the? Excuse me.
I love how unbothered and unconcerned those guys are, man. Because they probably think they're seeing stuff. Like they're seeing things because people call them crazy. So they probably think they're just seeing things, you know.
I gotta get me one of those.
The black tank flying on rooftop.
I'm gonna give you a sedative. You'll wake up back at home. When you do, get these to Gordon. And Gordon alone, trust no one.
What are they?
The antidote. One for Gordon to inoculate himself, the other for mass production.
I prefer this actor. I prefer this actor's portrayal of Batman or performance of Batman to Ben Affleck's. So far, I feel like Christian Bale is more, I don't know, he just does the role better. He plays Batman better for me. That's my opinion, man.
I care about my name. It's not just your name, sir. It's your father's name. And it's all that's left of him. Don't destroy it.
Yeah, this looks kinda rapey, bro.
Little the worse for wear, I'm afraid.
It's not who I am underneath, but what I do that defines me.
Bruce?
Well, you took my advice about theatricality a bit literally.
It ends here.
For you and the police, maybe.
Yo, Gordon is having the time of his life, man. In the middle of a pandemic.
Pressure's moving along the mains, blowing all the pipes. And if that pressure reaches us, the water supply right across the whole city is gonna blow.
You have arrived at Wayne Tower.
Nice ride.
You were just an ordinary man in a cape. That's why you couldn't fight injustice, and that's why you can't stop this train.
Consider anything about stopping it. I won't kill you, but I don't have to save you.
Damn. That man just had the time of his life, man. Getting to drive that sweet car, man. That black tank.
Fox, I seem to remember firing you.
You did.
Important thing is that my company's future is secure. Right, Mr. Fox?
Right you are, Mr. Wayne. Didn't you get the memo?
So dude is going to try and rebuild this house with his bare hands. Bro, just hire someone, man.
I never stopped thinking about you. About us. And when I heard you were back, I started to hope.
This is probably the first Batman love interest I've ever seen. In anything Batman that I've ever seen, I've never seen him with a love interest. Maybe the Bruce and the persona of Bruce with the women and the playboy thing, maybe. But I've never seen him actually fall in love in a movie or in a story. But I haven't seen that many Batman movies. I haven't read any of the comics. So this is completely new to me. You know, Rachel and the idea of a Batman love interest is completely new to me, man.
Your real face is the one that criminals now fear. Man I loved. The man who vanished. He never came back at all.
I thought this might be a good opportunity for improving the foundations.
In the southeast corner.
Precisely, sir.
Leaves a calling card.
I'll look into it.
I was just scrolling through the credits to see if there would be an after post-credit scene. I don't like post-credit scenes. I think they kind of like force you to sit there and watch credits. It's not fair. Anyway, there was no post-credit scene, so that we're fine. We're clear. That was an amazing movie, man. I'd give that. I'm going to go with the IMDb scale. Well, that is from 0 to 10, 1 to 10, and I would give this a solid 8.2 rating. In my opinion, man, this is a good movie, a good movie, man. I enjoyed watching Batman's transformation or birth or formation from just Bruce Wayne to how he ended up developing the Batman persona. Enjoyed seeing him build the equipment and assemble it and create this arsenal and bring in Alfred, bring in Lucius, bring in Rachel, bring in Gordon. That was really fun. Seeing that whole process and the entire concept of fear, how he conquered his own fear, how he took his own fear, embraced it, and used it against other people who prey on fear. Funny thing, it's actually Ra's al Ghul who taught him how to do that. So how ironic. I really enjoyed Scarecrow, Cillian Murphy. Fantastic, man, fantastic. I hope we get to see him again. I hope that's not the end of Scarecrow, man. He's a good, amazing character, but he's a bitch, you know. If things don't go well, he just runs, you know. He puts on that mask and feels like the king of the world, but once someone shuts that shit down, he tucks his tail and runs. So amazing actor, amazing character, but kind of a bitch too. I love how they concealed Ra's al Ghul's character in the beginning. I knew that guy would come back. I knew he'd come back, and he did. He did. I don't know if he died or not. Hopefully he did. Fuck, this was a good movie, man. I can't wait to see the other one. They just teased us with the Joker at the end. Can't wait to see the other one, man. I know that will be even better because I have an idea of what it's about. I have an idea that it's Heath Ledger playing the Joker and all that. So I'm excited for that. What else? They didn't dwell too much on the backstory. The thing with his parents, you know, it was a long movie, 2 hours 20 minutes, and that didn't take up a lot of time in the movie. So I appreciate that. Yo, Christopher Nolan, man, I get why people love him so much. I know the other. I hope he directs the other two. I think he's the one who directs the other two. But he did an amazing job with this one by itself. So yeah, I see why people love him so much, man. Is that one director who I've always heard about, but I've never truly appreciated, man. Because I've seen Dunkirk, I've seen. Is he the one who did 1972 or something? 19, no, not 1972. 1902 or something. That movie, man, you know what I'm talking about. He's a great director, bro. He's really good. My favorite director is Fincher. But yeah. And Nolan, big up, man. Big up. Inception and all that, Tenet. Okay, moving on to the movie. What else is left to say? What else is there to say? I love the relationship with Gordon, man. I love how he treats Gordon, man. And I love how Gordon accepts the help and is not a dick, you know. This was a really good, fun movie, man. I'm glad I watched this. And I'm glad that I'm watching it right now. I'm glad I didn't watch it as a kid. Because as a kid, you really don't digest movies that much. You just see the action scenes and you move on, man. You only find the action scenes impressive. As an adult watching a movie, you're able to appreciate the dialogue, the writing, the shots, the pacing, all that stuff. And yeah, fantastic movie. Batman Begins, 8.2 out of 10 for me. I loved it. Glad I watched it. I will see you guys in the next one. The next one is let me see the title of the next one. The next one is called, wait. The next one is called The Dark Knight. Okay, The Dark Knight, okay. I hope that's the one with Ledger, man. I can't wait to see his performance because I've always had people talk about how he's the best Joker. For me, the best Joker that I've seen is Joaquin Phoenix. But that's because I haven't seen the Heath Ledger one. But people tend to unanimously agree that Ledger did the best job. So we'll see how true that statement is when we react to the second one. But for now, I hope you guys enjoy this. I enjoyed it, man. It was a blast. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next one, man. Take care, man. Peace.